This is the website that I'm going to be showing you how to build today. Once you've successfully installed it, this is exactly what you'll have. I'll be showing you how to do the installation process a bit later on in the tutorial. First, I'm just going to go through what is actually on the website itself. So going from top to bottom, on the home page, top left we have a logo. A bit later on I'll show you a great website where you can download free logos which you can put in there, or you can pay 50 cents to $1 for their premium options. Here's the main menu. When you create a piece of content on the website, you'll be able to select whether to add it to this main menu here or not. Same for another menu at the bottom. This is a slogan which you can choose to either leave blank or display. This area is an image slideshow. You can add as many images as you want and text to go with it. You can also link these to other pages on the website or to an external website if you want. This area is a little sort of alert box which you can choose to display or hide. Here's the main content for the homepage. You can add images, add as much text as you want. This area is what we call call to action. Here you can highlight different features, services for your business. You can add logos. There's a ton of different ones which you can add. I'll show you that later on. Here's some recent articles. When you create articles, you can select to show them on the home page. If you do that, then they'll display there. They also have nice little animations. This is the footer menu, same as with the menu at the top. When you create a piece of content, you can select to add it to the footer menu and it will display there. Each section on the page, so for example, where you see the grey box here, these can be totally recolored, all these different areas. You can also change the font colors, the font sizes. Rather than just having a color, you could use a background image for each of these sections, maybe a texture. I'll show you a good website for downloading textures as well a bit later. The FAQ page is just a piece of flat content, a basic page. So just like using Microsoft Word or a similar word processor, you'll be able to create new pages, make text bold, add links, add images, everything that you can normally do in a word processor. And you can add as many pages as you want. Articles, very similar to a basic page. The difference being when you create an article, it's more of a blog format. So you could use them to create news about your business. Yeah, just let customers know different bits of information rather than static pages like about, contact pages or privacy policy, terms and conditions. So these 6 here, these are 6 articles that I've created. And if you click through to one, this is the actual article page itself. The image that was used before is now aligned to the right here. At the bottom of all articles, users can leave a comment. And you can moderate comments, delete them if you don't like them, if they're spam, that sort of stuff. On the right are other articles, contact page. So there's a nice map here which you can set the address for and this will automatically change. And contact form, rather than entering your email address on the page itself, which leaves you open to spam, if you use a contact form, when a user submits this, it'll go to your email address inbox. In order to get any website on the internet, there's 2 things that you're always going to need. First is a domain name, and that is the address that someone would type into their computer to get to your website. So for example, google.co.uk, or my website for example, letsbuildawebsite.net. The second is hosting. Now hosting is essentially a computer that is always connected to the internet, and it's where your files and database for your website are stored. So it's the computer that you actually connect to view your website. Both of these things can be quite expensive depending on where you go to, but I'm going to show you where you can get your hosting and your domain name from one place for really cheap. The domain name is going to cost you $12.95, and the hosting ordinarily would be $7.16, but I'm going to give you a voucher which will get you your first month's hosting for 1 cent. So if you can afford $12.96, keep watching the tutorial. Next, you'll need to purchase your domain name and hosting. So for this, we're going to use a company called HostGator.com. They're a really cheap, really good hosting provider, and they'll also register your domain name for you, so it makes it really quick and easy to do. If you go to HostGator.com, this is the page that you'll see. Click on Web Hosting, and they have 3 different hosting plans. I'm just going to look at these two, Hatchling Plan and Baby Plan. If you're thinking that you might want to have more than one website, then maybe the baby plan is for you, because you can have more than one domain name, effectively multiple websites running on your hosting. So that might be for you. If you're just going to have one website, then the Hatchling plan might be best. It's just for one website only, and you get unlimited disk space and unlimited bandwidth. I tend to just go for the monthly payments, although it is a bit more. I like to know that I can cancel it whenever I want. So I'll click on Order Now. Here's where you enter a domain name. If you already own a domain, then you'd click I already own this domain and enter it here. I'm going to register a new domain. Unfortunately, the .com is already taken, but there are other options. I think I'm going to go with the .net. This is fine. Hatchling, 1 month. Next thing you need to do is enter a username security pin. Then enter your card details, your address. Hosting add-ons, I'd suggest that you just untick these ones. I doubt you're going to need them. So at the moment, you can see that we're getting 20% off. This is the standard for the website. However, I've got an extra voucher code which you can use, which will give you even more off. So if you type in this box, let's build a website, and click validate, you'll see now that the hosting has gone down to 1 cent, bringing the total to just $12.96. That's including the registration of the domain name. All you need to do then is click on I have read and agree the terms and conditions. You can read them if you want. What I'm going to do now is create the account. Once you've successfully completed the purchase form, you'll be taken to this screen, which will just be giving you a message to tell you that an email is being sent to your email account. So you need to go to that next. Now that you've purchased your domain name and your hosting, the next thing you're going to want to do is go to my website so you can download the website files and the database. So my address is let's build a website.net. And what you're going to want to do is download these 2 files. I've already done this, and I've saved them to my desktop. So this is what you'll get: database.sql.zip and website files.zip. Once you've done that, go to your emails, where you should have an email similar to this one from HostGator.com. And what this email contains is usernames, passwords. There's a link to your billing system so you can cancel hosting or change the hosting account if you need to. A link to your control panel, your username, the domain name which I've just bought, which is letsbuildabusiness.net, the password, name servers you don't need to worry about, or the server IP. So this is important now though. What you're going to need to do is copy this information, because you're going to need it a couple of times and you'll probably need it in the future. So just copy it and open up a text editor. In Word you can use Notepad. I'm using a free text editor called Sublime. Copy and paste those details into here. Now, the best thing to do is to save this somewhere on your computer or write these details down and keep them somewhere safe. Next, we're going to go to the HostGator, to your HostGator hosting account. Go back to the notes that we've just copied, and we want this link, your control panel. Copy that and paste it into your browser. This is the login screen for your hosting account. And next, we're going to need the username and the password. Username is there, password is here. So I'll just type my username in, copy and paste the password in, click login, and now we're into your control panel. So there's a whole bunch of different features that the hosting account has. What we're going to do at the moment is set up the database. So you need to scroll down, right down to where it says databases, and click on MySQL Database Wizard. First thing it'll ask you is to create a database. This is going to be the name of your database. So I'm going to call mine business. And if you note, it's got the username at the front of it. So the full database name will be your username underscore and then the name you import here. So John C underscore database business has been added. Copy that. Go back to your text editor. Type in database name. I'll also put in database user and database pass. Next, we're going to create the database user. Again, you'll see it's got the username. I'm going to call it John C underscore admin. And now I'm going to click password generator, and what this does is this automatically creates a password, so it'll be a really strong one, which would be hard for someone to break into. Copy that. Click I have copied this password in a safe place. Use password. Go back to your notes, paste in the password. Create user. Okay, added user John C underscore admin. Copy that. Paste that in as the user. Now what we want to do here is give this user all privileges, because we're going to use these user details. The website is going to use these user details to connect to the database, so we need the website to have all privileges. Click next step. And that's done. Next we're going to want to return home. It might log you out. So luckily we've got all our details here. I just need the password again. Go back down to databases again. Yep, here we go. And next what we're going to do is import the actual website database to this database that we've just created. So we click on phpMyAdmin. Yeah, so when you log into it, click on import and then choose file. And wherever you saved the database and website files before, you need to find those now on your computer and select database. Click open. Now see the name appears there. Everything else is fine. Click go. And hopefully you should get this nice success message. Now that's done. Next we're going to upload all of the website files. Close phpMyAdmin. We don't need that. Now we're back to the control panel again. And what we're going to do this time is find the file manager. And you want to go to the web root. So now you should be in public HTML, and this is where we're going to upload all the files to. Click on upload, choose file, find website files, which is the one that you downloaded from my website. Open, and you'll see a little progress bar in the bottom right corner. Just wait for that to finish. Once it says complete, that means it's done. And click back. And now what you'll see is this website underscore files.zip. And what we're going to need to do is extract all the files that are inside it into here. So all you do is click on website file so it's highlighted, and then click extract. And you should see something like that when it's done. And all of these files have appeared. You can delete this one now, you don't need it. You can leave it there if you want to. I just like to keep things tidy. Right, so now we've got the files on the hosting, we've got the database set up. The last thing we need to do is connect the two together. And the way we do that is by going to a file called settings.php, which you'll find in Sites. Double click on the folder icon next to Sites. Next, click on Default. Now we need to change the permissions for this folder so we can edit the settings.php file inside. So click on Change Permissions. Right, so the number changes to 755. Change Permissions. Now double click on Default. Click on settings.php and edit. And then edit again. And now we're inside the settings.php file. Click on Use Code Editor at the top, and you'll get a line count down the left hand side. Scroll down to line 213, and this is where we're going to enter our database details. So go back to your notes, copy the database name, paste it in there. Make sure it's in between the two apostrophes. Same with database user. And the password. Go to the top and click Save Changes. If everything worked, you'll get a little success message. Close that window, and that's done. Now all we need to do is go up one level and change the permissions for that folder back again. Done. All you need to wait for now is a second email from HostGator. It took me around half a day to receive this, and the email looks like this: HostGator, let's get started. And what that means is that the domain name is now set up, and you can actually access the website using your domain name. So if we go to mine, which is letsbuildabusiness.net, and there's the website ready to go. If you're not seeing this, there's two things which you might be seeing. If you're seeing a page not found error, so something like, if you just do this, if you're seeing something like this, the website cannot be found, that means that the domain name hasn't been fully set up yet, so you need to wait a bit longer, or maybe contact HostGator. There's an online chat which you can use, which I used. It was pretty good. The other thing which you might see is if you haven't set the right database connection details in settings.php, you might get an error message. So I'll show you what that looks like. So what I'm going to do is put incorrect database connection details in. Let's say I have an extra space there. If any of these are wrong, you'll get an error message. So I'll just save those changes. And let's see what it looks like. This is what you'll see, or something very similar. So you need to go back to your settings.php file, follow the steps from before, change the permissions of the folder above, and then edit settings.php. If it still doesn't work after you've done it again, maybe you've copied them down incorrectly. So you might want to go back to the control panel and double check them. There we go. Now that you've successfully set up your website, it's time to get to the fun stuff and start editing it to suit your business. The first thing you need to do is log in as admin, so scroll right down to the bottom of the page and click on Login. By default, the admin login details will be admin for username, and the password will be let's build, which looks like let's build like that. Click login. There's a couple of things which have changed now that you've logged in. There's a new menu bar at the top here, and this will take you to all of the administration areas of the website. And also, you'll see this at the bottom. I'll show you this a bit later. You'll use this to change the colors of the website. Two things we need to change first. The first is, if you notice, this error message is displaying, so we need to fix that. So go to Configuration, Media, File System, where it says Temporary Directory, just highlight that and delete it, and then click Save Configuration. And when the page refreshes, it'll have put in /TMP. Close that. And now the error message is gone. Next thing we need to do is change the admin login details. You don't want just anybody to be able to get into the website. So go to People, and you'll have one user on your website, which is the admin. Click Edit. Type in the current password, which is let's build. Change the email address to your email address. And now enter a new password, so whatever you like, and then re-enter it. Scroll right down to the bottom and click Save. Good, that's done. So let's go to the home page. Next we'll want to change the name of the website. So go to Configuration, System, Site Information, and change this name to whatever you want it to be. Slogan is what displays just below the website name. You can either delete this totally, or you can put something else in. I'm going to delete it completely. change the email address to your email address. And this is really important because on the contact page, the contact form will send messages to this email address. So unless you want your contact emails going to me rather than you, change this. Leave this as it is. Click Save Configuration. Let the page reload. Now you can see the name has changed to Let's Build a Business and the slogan had disappeared. Now we're going to change the icon. If you go to Appearance, Settings, My Business, and then scroll down past this to Logo Image. And this is where you'll upload your image. First we need to find a logo. This is a handy website that you can use. It's called iconfinder.com. As well as having a bunch of premium icons which you can buy, they also have a lot of free icons. The one on my website at the moment, this one is one that I got for free off here. So all you need to do is find one that you like, download it as a PNG, Appearance, Settings, My Business, go back to your website, on the Appearance page again, where it says Upload Logo Image, click on Choose File, and then locate where you just downloaded it to. Click Open, delete that one, and then click Save Configuration. Go back to your home page, and it's changed. Voila! There's 5 different content types on the website, which you can view by hovering over Content and then Add Content. We have Article, Basic Page, Call to Action, Carousel Item, Page with Map. The first one I want to show you is how to add a new slideshow image or carousel item. So if you go to Content, Add Content, click Carousel Item. This takes you to the Create Carousel Item form. Give your item a name, find an image. For the images, there's a really good free website that you can use to download high quality images. It's called Pixabay. As you can see, there's one that's preloaded on the website. I like this one, so I'm going to download this one. Just go to it, click download. You'll need quite a big version. Type in the code. And then click download. Go back to your website. Click on choose file. Click upload. There we go. It's uploaded onto the server. For SEO purposes, make sure you give it an alternative text. This area is the text that will display with the image. Just put some text in there to describe the image. I'm just going to use some dummy text. Might be a bit too much. Take a bit out. If you wanted to link to another piece of content, click on here and select the piece of content you want it to link to. I'll link it to King of England. Click Publishing and then promote it to front page. Now if we go back to the home page, you'll see now there's 3 different items. There it is. And also when I hover over it, the little hand appears, which means it's linking to something. And if I click it, you can see it's linking to this King of England endorses us page, which is what I selected in the form. To edit this area, it's slightly different. When you hover over it, you'll see a little cog icon appear with an arrow. If you click that and then click Configure Block to change the title, edit this area, and this is the main content. So just edit it to whatever you want it to say. Scroll down to the bottom and click Save Block. Changed. Next is the main homepage copy. To edit this, there's a little View and Edit menu. Click the edit. You can change the title and then change the text. As you can see, there's word processor style icons above which you can use. So if you want to make something bold, highlight that bit, click bold. If you want to make something into a link, highlight whatever you want to be a link and click on the link icon and then tell it where you want it to link to. I'll show you how to add an image as well. Let's just make this area a bit bigger. Delete that one. To add an image, you just click on the image icon. Click on Browse Server. Now these are all the images that have already been uploaded to the server. If you want to add another one from your computer, click on Upload. Choose File. Find the image that you want to upload. Click Medium and then Upload. Now that's uploaded to the server. Double click it. And you can select the width and the height if you want to change the size of it. I'll bring it down a little bit because it's probably going to be a little bit too big. H space stands for horizontal space, V space vertical space, so you can add spacing to it as well. Border, we'll give it a border. Let's give it a nice thick border. And you can set here to align it to the left or the right of the text. I'll align it to the right. Click OK. There we go, we've got an image with a nice bit of spacing around it and a border. Click Save. And there we go, there's our edited content with the link that we added and the bold text. Next is these calls to action. To edit these, when you hover over each one, again you'll see the cog icon for each one. Simply click on one and click Edit Content. The title changes the title. Same as before, we have the WYSIWYG word processor style content editor. The difference with the call to action is we have this other area called glyph icon. To add a different icon, we'll go to a website called Bootstrap. So just type Bootstrap into Google. The actual URL is getbootstrap.com. Once you're on the website, go to Components, and where it says Glyph Icons, Available Glyphs, you can select from any of these. And to get these to display on the site, you want to highlight, ignore the top line where it says Glyph Icon, just highlight the bit below where it'll have Glyph Icon -I-open or something similar. Delete the one that was already in there, and then just paste the one we've just copied in, Glyph Icon I-open, and click Save. And there we go. Simple. Just do the same for the rest. To add an article, go to Content, Add Content, and click Article. Very similar to the other ones, just insert a title. Teaser is the text that will display, if you go back to the home page, teaser is the text that will display here. Let's just grab some dummy text again. Put that in. I really want it to be really short. To add an image, click on Choose File, select an image, click Upload. Make sure to add some descriptive alternative text. This area, order article. This decides the ordering of the articles on the home page. So if you want it to display first, click 1. Do everything that I said before. You can add an image, format your text. And there's one more thing to get it to display on the home page. If you go down to Publishing Options, by default, Promoted to Front Page is ticked, which means it'll display on the home page. I'm going to leave it ticked. This is what we've just created. There it is. If you don't want it to display on the home page, you can now edit it. Scroll right down to the bottom, click Publishing Options, untick Promoted to Front Page, save, and there we go, it's gone. But it will display on the articles page, and these are ordered by publishing date, so the newest one will display first, and it'll go through to the oldest. If you don't want it to display on this page either, edit the article, scroll right down to the bottom, on Publishing Options, untick Published, click Save. So if you untick Published, the article won't display anywhere on the website. There's one more content type that I want to show you, and that's the basic page. Now the basic page is something like the FAQ page, like this, or the privacy policy page. Terms and conditions is one. Similar to an article. You enter a title. Enter some text. You can add images. Let's just add a quick image. I'll grab another one from Pixabay. Let's get another animal, a little dog maybe. This little running dog's good. No. What Pixabay also has is sponsored images from Shutterstock. So these are all paid for, unfortunately. You want to stick with the free ones. Let's go to Editor's Choice, they're normally pretty good. Yeah, we'll get the parrot. Download, doesn't need to be very big. Go back to your website, browse server. It's exactly the same as what we did before. Click Upload, choose File, find the parrot image that we've just downloaded. There it is, double click it. We'll align this to the left. Give it some spacing. Let's click OK. Hit save. There we go. There's our basic page. We've created it, but it's not actually shown in a menu. To get it to show in the menu, scroll down to the bottom where it says Menu Settings. Click Provide a Menu Link. You can give it a title. By default, it'll give it the title of the content. Now you can select which menu you want it to show in. Main menu is the top menu. Footer menu is the bottom menu at the bottom of the page. I'm going to add it to the main menu. Weight decides the ordering of it. So if you want it to show more to the right hand side, you would give it a heavier weight. And to the left, a lighter weight. I'll give it a lighter weight. There we go. How do we manage the content? Well, to do that, you go to content at the top and click that. You'll be taken to this page. It shows you all the content on the website. If we order it by type, you'll see articles, call to action, carousel item, basic page, contact page. So the one that we created before, test article, we unpublished it, which meant it disappeared from the website. What if we wanted to add it back into the website? If you click on edit, scroll down to the bottom, publishing options, published, and we'll put it on the home page. That should be back on the home page again. There we go. And it'll be on the articles page as well. If you wanted to delete a few different things at once, you could tick a few of them, whichever ones you want to delete. Go to the top and select delete selected content. So if we select delete content and click update, as soon as I click update, these will be removed from the site completely. There's one more page I want to show you, which is the contact page. To edit this, all you do is go to edit. To change the location of the map, at the moment I've just got it set to London. You can put in a postcode, a city, a country, and just make sure that you've changed the site email address, otherwise this will go to the wrong email address. Next I'm going to show you how to change the fonts that the website uses. First, go to Appearance and then click on @Font Your Face, and then click on Browse All Fonts. This is a list of all the fonts that you can enable and use on your website. I'll just enable one to show you how it works. Just click Enable on one, it'll turn green. Then go to Enabled Fonts, and you can select which element on the page it'll change. You can select it to change all the headers, specific headers, just text which is inside a p tag or a div tag, or you can select everything on the site, so all fonts will change. I'll click on everything. Save applied CSS selectors. As you can see, it's already changed in the administration screen. Let's go back to the home page. This will reload now. Yeah, it's all changed. One of the great things about this site as well is you can change all the colors and the font sizes. To do that, if you notice at the bottom of the screen there's these little tabs. In the bottom right corner, click on the arrow and this pops up. And now what you can do is you can select on something. Let's change the color of the website title. So at the moment it's displaying as grey. We're going to change it to a nice bright red. There you go, it's already changed. I'm going to make it italic and bold and underline it. To save your selection, click Save. And you'll be asked to create a style. Let's give it business styles. So you can save all your changes to the one style. Save and publish. There we go. What you can also do is change the background colors of each area on the home page. To do that, expand the color picker again. Click on the area you want to change. Click on background, and then just simply change the color. And make it a nice black. Nice and dramatic. Hit save. Existing style, yep. Save and publish. Let's do the same for this area as well. And there we go. As well as changing the background colour, we can actually use an image to tile across the background. I'll show you a great site for backgrounds. It's called subtlepatterns.com. So you could use an image to create a tiled effect. I'm going to show you how to do that. Open up this area again. Select the place you want to change. Click on the Images tab. Choose File. I've got this one. Save image. Now go back to Style. Select the area you want to add an image to. Click on Background. In this bit, select the image you just uploaded. Let's make that transparent. Now we're going to tile it everywhere. So that's right. Position left top. Save it to the style. Save and publish. And there it is. A nice tiled effect on the background. The next thing we're going to do is make the site perform a little bit better. So this will speed up the load time when users come onto your website. And to do that, just go to Configuration, Development, and then click on Performance. Click Cache Pages for Anonymous Users. Click Cache Blocks. That suggests you set minimum cache lifetime to an hour. Same with this one. And then make sure that both of these are ticked and click Save Configuration. Now if you log out and view the website, you'll probably notice that the pages are loading a lot faster. So if you click Log Out on the top right, let's go to this page. Yep.